Hey everybody, it's Markei. Today I'm going to be swatching a couple of the items that were in my last haul. I have the Gellen Soak Off Gel Color as well as the Chameleon color change from, I want to say it's Belen. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. The items that you see are the brushes that I was telling you about, just so I know what kind of brush I actually want to use with these little gel pots because they are my preference. I will be needing alcohol for this since it's not in an actual bottle. I need to be able to clean off the brushes in between swatches. And then the little pop stick thingies that I was telling you about, again, don't really remember what they're called. It is what it is. So we are going to go ahead and do that. So when I opened it during my haul video, I did see that it came with its own brushes. So I'm going to try out these brushes for the coverage first and see how these treat me before I move on to these. So I'm actually going to move these out of frame. And oh, they're all individually packaged as well. So that's wonderful. So nail brush, and nail brush. So I'm going to try this one first. I'll move these other ones to the side. Get me a couple paper towels or one paper towel. Pour up some alcohol into my little honey pot jar. We had honey that came in little tiny individual drawers, and we went ahead and just peeled the tape off of them, or the name off of them. And yeah, so these do not have names, but they do have numbers. Okay, so we have numbers 005, 016, 054, 057, 110, and then 144. There is a sticky solution on here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So this Gellen that I do have, this is from a previous, just me starting out with gel polish, but since it was the same brand, I thought that I would just go ahead and use the taco for that. Oh, okay, so these are quite easy to actually pull off. That's wonderful, because I know sometimes I actually need tweezers to do so. And I will go ahead and clean off my brush before. You know, guys, I'm just gonna let you know, if you haven't noticed, like, I just ride the struggle bus. That is just something that I do. Like, I have a full-time pass there, and that's just what I do. Because every single time I do something, oh man, I swear it's just a struggle. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this brush off. So right here, if you can see that, it has some, you know, deposit separation going on in there. But whenever I turn this over, oh, I don't know, I'm trying to find it. Nothing's coming out. Like, literally nothing fell out on the table. So these are very, very thick. So I'm gonna see if I can stir. Okay, so it's easy to stir, at least. It's easily stirrable. This is a really pretty, like, pink, like a light pink. I like it a lot. All right. Oh, and it's stringy. Okay, so like I said, this is 005. So we're gonna go ahead and paint it on here and see how this is. All right, so I'm going to go put that in my UV lamp. Well, I have an LED, so LED lamp. We're gonna try for 30 seconds first. There are no instructions on this, or if there are, I believe I am unable to understand the language that is written in. So there's that. Okay, so it looks to be fully cured. I'm not getting any dings. It is sticky. So we're gonna go ahead and see what a second coat looks like on here. It's like, are you all seeing how sticky that is? Or how stringy it is? I wonder if you can use this as like one of those spider gels as well. Just trying to get enough on here to be able to paint. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, I'm gonna pop that back into the UV lamp for 30 seconds. Okay, so I took that back out. Let's see how that second coat cleared. Oh, it cured nicely. So yeah, I like that. Okay, let me go ahead and clean off my brush so that we can move on to the next one. Interesting. This one just popped right on out of the thing. So I don't know if this may have been the one that leaked or what, but I guess we're gonna try to pull it off. Huh. It's just how it was in here, I guess. That was just really interesting. I've never seen that happen before. And yeah, I didn't know that it was a pot inside of a pot. I'm like, these containers are already super tiny. But you know what? At the same time, this one right here is smaller than this container, and they're the exact same amount, supposedly. So I guess that makes sense for it to have a pot inside of a pot. Maybe just so that you can grab this easier. I'm not sure. Okay, so now this is color 016. And it looks to be that black color, and same thing, consistency is on point. So we are going to just, you know, move right along. Now I know with blacks, I've actually never had a black gel polish, but I do know with black gels, they say that you might need to cure for a little longer because of the opacity. So we're gonna start off with the 30 seconds and the LED lamp and see, you know, how it's actually coming along with this thin coat. And then if we, oh no, if we need more, then we'll just go ahead and get more. I'm gonna clean that off because I don't want anything, you know, interfering with my swatches. Best thing about gel, I promise. If you make any type of error, you can just be like, yeah, I'm gonna clean that off real quick and call it a day. All right, so I just pulled that out the LED lamp, 30 seconds. It's tacky, but it appears to be dry. So we're gonna go on with a second coat of it and see what that looks like. I was so happy for these colors. Like I said, if you haven't watched my birthday haul video, you will see that, you know, neutral colors, dark colors. I mean, I only said dark and bright because I do love myself, you know, some dark and bright colors. But dark colors, oh boy, those are my jam. Look at that. And I'm not getting any of those bubbles either. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Like, you know how whenever you have a gel polish, I had it with another brand, I believe it was my You Are Sugar Pots. I was so upset because I got 12 of them. And of the 12, I don't know if it couldn't have been my application, because a couple of other people that I watched their videos, they said that they had a little bit of the similar issue. But they would have not like air bubbles, not like bumps or anything. It was like these little tiny grainy looking deposits inside of the polish, but it wouldn't come up until after you cured, so you just never knew. And so I just thought that was odd. I didn't like that at all. So now I just kind of use those polishes as like art polishes. Let me see if this is dry. This is dry. all the way around. I don't have anything on my fingers. 0.54. I really can appreciate the packaging on this. Like, I really do appreciate it, because if you've ever had any of the gel pots, you know that they usually come in a foil, and that foil is so stinking hard to get off. You got to use like scissors, or you got to use freaking, what's that stuff called? Tweezers, something. You got to get something to puncture a hole in that mess. And whenever you finally do, you have, you know, some of your product all over that. So I appreciate the fact that this is kind of like a styrofoam foil type ordeal. It's just so much easier to get off, and I don't feel like I'm wasting any product. So this must be that mauve color that I was looking at. As you saw in this one, it came a little separated as well. All right. Let's go on ahead. This brush that it came with actually isn't too bad either. So that's a plus. So if you are somebody who is just now getting into like gel polishes and you don't own any brushes or whatnot, I think that this is pretty cool, because it comes with a brush, a nail art brush. And oh man, that looks like a one coater to the max. Yep. All right, popping that into the LED lamp for 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and add a second coat onto it. Oh, that just goes on so beautifully. All right, popping it back in the LED. Okay, so now we are moving to Gellen 057. And same ordeal, this one came out of its little shell, so let me do that. And this one seems to possibly have leaked some. Maybe this is where the leakage came from, because like I told you, there's a something sticky on the entire box. So I guess we'll see when we pull this one open. Maybe. Just scrape that off. Oh, my fingers are sticky now. Yeah, but that one has definitely separated, so we're gonna go on ahead and just stir that. I should go just get myself a little stirring stick, huh? But it is what it is. We're gonna just keep on rolling with this one and go from there. But I do want to say, these are very low odor. I don't smell anything as I'm putting them on. I actually just had to put that up to my nose. And then of course it has like the gel smell. If you're not new to gel or you're familiar with gel, you know what the gel smell is. But it's not overpowering. It's actually, oh God, that is so pretty. It is not overpowering in any way, shape, or form. It is very, very, very low odor. I appreciate that, because I'm susceptible to get a headache over anything that's like super duper strong. Like, and then like my husband over here, he has the nose of a freaking hound, and he can smell literally anything. Let's go ahead and paint that second coat. I'm gonna actually try this as a spider gel, because I don't own any spider gels. Maybe in a future video, because of the consistency of it. Like, it's making me think of a spider gel, what I've actually watched on YouTube. You know, the thing is with creativity is the possibilities really are endless. And I honestly thought that that was going to be brown, because if you can see this color on the lid, it looks like it's about to be a brownish color, and it's not. It definitely was not. It was more like a blush pink, or yeah, like probably like a blush pink is what I go with. So that's really interesting. That's why you do swatches, because not always are the colors that they, describe are the colors that they are. All right. So this is Gellen 110. And it should be like a gray color from what it looks like, but it actually looks white. Now, to be fair, I think on the website, whenever I was on Amazon, it did show a white color, and probably for, you know, packaging purposes, they had to make it look bright gray or very, very easy, mild gray, just so that you could see, you know, the cute little sticker that they have on top. So we're going to see what this white has going on. It was not separated or anything that I could see, but I'm still going to go ahead and stir it and see what this looks like. And so we're going to go back in, oh no, with the second coat for this white. Well, let me see, is it dry? Oh, it's dry. Go back in with that second coat. I accidentally, I guess, still got some on that other swatch. It's okay, it's very minuscule. It's not that big of a deal. So that's one thing. Again, I spoke on transparency, just said that you can, expect that on my channel, is I'm going to be as transparent as possible. Obviously to an extent, but I'm a perfectionist, and it's kind of a struggle whenever you're like, oh, I think I have everything perfect, and then obviously you do something like I just did, somehow got white polish on another dot, even though I thought I wiped it off. So normally that would bother me, but I am learning to roll with the punches and, just take it one thing at a time. Like, it's not that serious. It really is not. And so I'm really trying with that. If you see me say like, oh shoot, or, some type of explicit in here, like, that's just how I am. But I'm just going to keep on rolling. We're going to keep the ball moving because, we got better things to do. Well, I mean, you probably do. I don't know. All right, back in the LED lamp for 30 seconds. We're to our last color for Gellen, and it is color 144. Ooh, I'm telling you, y'all just don't know. I freaking love these little tiny pop-off tops. They're just so easy to take off. That's another thing you can expect. I get very excited over these smallest things. It's the little things that can irk my nerve, but it's also the little things that kind of make me so happy. And that packaging lid was it. At least for today. Like, that was definitely one of those. Oh my goodness, thank God. All right, so we're about to go on ahead and put this color. This one looks kind of like a mauve. Another one. So we'll see. Okay, so this one looks more like a brown color. I wonder if they got switched. But it is very, 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 very light. So this one will definitely need to have its color built up. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just didn't have enough on there. You know what? My bad. Like, you just, whenever it comes to gel polish, you know you have to be pretty light with it. Light to the touch. Manipulating it too much, you get air bubbles or whatnot. Try not to pop these little things off. I don't think they're meant to stay on. And let's go in with that second coat. Yeah, I want to say that this may have just gotten mixed up, like labeled the wrong way. But it happens, guys. It does. No one can be perfect. About to pop that back on in there. And put it in for 30 seconds. And I guess that is a downfall to having the pots, is, you do have to have a paper towel to clean off the brush in between different colors if that's what you want to use. You do have to have, you know, the alcohol or like something to put the alcohol in so that you can clean off the brush. Like, yeah, I understand that that can be a pain for some. Again, I will take that any day, just because as you see, like, those were pretty opaque on one coat. So since they were that opaque, like, I can deal with, you know, the fact that I have to do something else. All right, so now we're going to get into this Belen Chameleon color changing one and see how this is. You see that? That's the pesky top I was telling you about. You're about to find out. You're going to learn today. You're not going to learn anything because, of course, this one was easy to pull off. They're usually not that easy, guys. I promise you, they're not. But, you know, I'm thankful that it was easy. So this is that Chameleon color changing. You see how I just started doing all of this, but you see how pretty this is? Look how beautiful that is. I don't know if you can see it, but that is gorgeous. And it got like my favorite colors up in there. Purple is my favorite color. Green is my other favorite color. So yeah, we're gonna go on ahead and just swatch it. This one actually does not have instructions either. So we're just gonna go with, you know, again, the lower setting of 30 seconds and see exactly how that treats us. And then after that, if it doesn't, then we can always add more time. Okay, guys, so again, we all are human. My husband has told me that this actually did come with instructions. The color changing one came with instructions. It says on here to apply a layer of black gel, cure under a UV lamp for 1 minute or LED for 30 seconds. When dry, add the second layer of black polish. Then you apply your Chameleon gel. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and put this on here like we normally were. And then we're going to grab the black polish and we're going to put that on and see exactly how that wants to do. Oh, let me see. Did this dry? That dried. Our husband's great. Like, obviously, I was missing a piece to the puzzle, and he was able to come in and, you know, show me, like, no, you're missing something. I forgot it had come in a baggie. I took it out whenever I was doing my nail haul video and just completely forgot. So, you know, shout out to him because he's the real MVP. So, like I said, we are going to go ahead and try it with the way that the instructions recommend it and see if there's any difference. But this is what, you know, it looks like without the actual black underneath it. So this is without black. This is just on its own. But now we're about to try it with gel and black polish and see what we got going on here. They want it to be dark because it says the darker base can help get a better color changing effect. So I'm glad that we're able to do this like side by side so that way we can see, you know, if the effect actually is changing or if without the black it isn't changing. Does that make sense? Probably not, but it's okay. We're just going to see what the difference is. How about that? So now it's saying to apply the color changing gel atop the black. And when we do that, we got to cure that for 1 whole minute. All right. All right. Let's see. Is there any difference between the two? I can't really tell. I mean, I can see that this one has more of an opacity than this one. I like it though. Like, it's super cute. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put, like I said, the gel and top coat on it. And after that, we'll be right back and I will give you my final thoughts. All right. So I have put the top coat on all of these. And, oh, you know, top coat just makes it look so much more shiny, of course. Helps with the longevity of it. So my final thoughts on this are, I really do like the opacity of these. I love the formula for it. They are nice and thick. So I'm pretty sure you're able to use them as nail art gels. So with that, I'm also going to try that out in a future video where I use these probably as at some point as some type of gel, because I do love the colors of them. Yeah, I do love the colors of these. They are really nice. And, you know, like I said, they're more of a natural, neutral look, which is, you know, good at any time. So now we're going to compare the colors. All of these were amazing. I love them. I plan on using them. I definitely recommend, like I said, the actual package came with, you know, for the Gellen came with its own brushes. So if you don't have brushes, that's good to get too. So these will be linked down in the description box of where I got them. And go like, subscribe to the channel, you know, for future videos. And we will see you next time.